Most people spend way too much time overcomplicating their shotgun setup, but sometimes the most effective solution is just a piece of well-engineered polymer. This mount is one of those things that makes you wonder why anyone bothers with those bulky, overly complex rail systems. It's designed to bridge the gap between the barrel and the magazine tube, and honestly, it does that job with a level of simplicity that's refreshing. You aren't dealing with a dozen tiny screws or a mounting plate that weighs as much as the light itself. It's just a clean, straightforward way to get a tactical light onto a Remington, Mossberg, or Benelli without turning the front of the gun into a cluttered mess. What stands out right away is how solid it feels. It's made from glass-filled polymer, which might sound like just fancy plastic, but in practice, it's surprisingly tough. It's got these friction pads built right in, which is a smart touch because anyone who has spent time at the range knows that recoil has a nasty habit of shaking loose anything that isn't locked down tight. These pads actually bite into the finish, a bit to keep the whole assembly from walking forward after a few heavy shells. It's a small detail, but it shows that whoever designed this has actually spent time behind a trigger. Now there is a bit of a catch. You need about 1 3/4 inches of clear space on the magazine tube to get this thing seated properly. If you've got a heat shield or some weird custom furniture crowding the front end, you're going to run into trouble. It's not a universal fit for every single configuration out there, so it's worth checking your clearance before you commit. Also, while it handles most standard tactical lights between about 0.7 and 1 inch in diameter, if you're running a really slim light, you'll need to track down those extra sizing adapters separately. They aren't in the box, which is a minor annoyance if you're trying to get everything set up in one go. The ambidextrous nature of the design is a big win, though. Whether you're a lefty or a righty, you can flip this thing to whichever side makes the tailcap switch easiest to reach with your support hand. It keeps the light tucked in close to the barrel, which helps with balance and keeps the profile slim enough that it doesn't feel like you're carrying a sail on the side of your shotgun. It even sits in a way that can help illuminate your front sight in low light, which is a nice little bonus for target acquisition. It's not the flashiest piece of gear you'll ever buy, and it's definitely not going to win any beauty contests. But for someone who just wants a reliable, no-nonsense way to mount a light that won't shift under pressure, this is pretty much the gold standard. It's made in the States, it's rugged enough for real-world use, and it doesn't try to be anything more than what it is. If you've got the clearance on your tube, it's a solid, dependable choice that just works.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.